Alrighty, here is said mock draft. We have got Bogman in the one spot with the digital created picture I sent him a couple years ago.
Right.
AI created some pictures of Bogman. We've got Brooklyn D. Don't know who that is. Anyway, no, Fox.
Brooklyn. I don't know.
All right, Brooklyn in the house. Alan, all NWS. We've got Mike El Plinko. Is that Luke?
That's Luke. Yeah.
Luke, I got one. Bubba, you're drafting 7. We got Chad. We got MJ. We got, looks like Barrow, Jot, and then I am in the 12 spot here. Boggs, number 1 pick. Will you consider at all what we talked about at the top where it is Ohtani and then maybe do a version of pocket aces?
Oh, I want to take, I think I almost have to take a picture on that turn, right? Because if I don't, I'm waiting so long to get another pitcher. I mean, you can maybe there won't be a good enough pitcher there. I think that's what I would worry about more than probably not taking a pitcher if a bunch of them go. But I don't know. I think I'm probably going to walk away with 1 in the first 3 rounds.
Okay. Bubba, you are drafting in the 7 spot. What are you looking at 7?
I'm a gigantic Kyle Tucker fan, so that would be like my perfect storm. If for some reason J Ram fell to 7, that would be amazing as well. I'm not counting on that. So I'm a Kyle Tucker guy through and through, and I'll adjust from Corbin Carroll. I'm also huge on. So I could see a world where Carroll usually goes later, but we're doing a mock. Let's have some fun.
Hey, yeah, you want to mess around with it. So, all right, Boggs, you're on the clock here.
Let's go.
Bogman is up. I have the 12 spot. If the 2 pitchers are there, just for funds for a mock, I will experiment with the back-to-back pitcher. But if not, then I don't know. Like Carroll, Julio, those are things I like. I got to kind of see what falls here. Bogman, Ohtani, and it looks like you're on some autos. You have to turn that off. Judge going to, followed by Bobby Witt. You know what's funny about that? We just did the baseline stats episode, Bubba, where we were kind of talking. It's a little bit of a confusing episode. We were talking about here's what you got out of players and blah, blah, blah. But man, does Judge stand out as just such a higher prominent power. I mean, obviously, the power hitters, but he just puts you so far ahead that I've made the argument of like Judge versus Ellie gets you so far. But Judge goes 2 over here. I wouldn't blame it. By the way, Ellie goes 4, Henderson 5, Ramirez, and then you got Tucker. Just talk on Judge going 2 over Witt, and then talk about your Tucker pick.
Yeah, it's kind of to each their own is the way I look at it. I take Witt for sure. There's a couple reasons. Shortstop, it's a top-heavy position, but it gets real ugly as you get later in the draft. So to get that big 5-category machine, and Bobby Witt, a guy we might not even have seen the ceiling from, crazy enough, just yet for his level. Judge is great. There's nothing wrong with Judge. If he plays 140 plus games, he's going to probably be eligible for the MVP every season, the way he hits. But with Witt, with his youth, with his batting average upside and everything, I'm just going to, and the speed, that's the big determining factor. I go there. Kyle Tucker, one of the safest floors you'll find in all of baseball. Obviously, the injury threw that for a wrench and doesn't help. The Astros can't, report anything. But if healthy, again, same theory. He's got a 20-20 floor, but I think this is a legit 30-30 guy that someday might creep into that 40-40 discussion. I don't know. I'm a 30-30 guy though. Big batting average, 90 runs, 100 something RBIs. Like I just love the 5 categories he brings to the table.
I am faced with Skeens. If Jot takes Skeens, easiest decisions of my life.
There you go. Do it, Welsh.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna tell you this right now.
Let's see it.
I personally probably not doing this in any draft because of how much I like pitching later. But under this scenario, if he had taken Skeens, I am auto snapping up Fernando Tatis and Corbin Carroll and not looking back. Tatis here is ridiculous. And by the way, Jot's going to get that because I am going to go Skeens and then I'm going to go Tariq Skubal. I don't do this. Pocket aces is seen a lot of ways, but I want to experiment to see what that team looks like. But the Carroll, Fernando Tatis, he didn't even do it. He took Vladimir Guerrero. Jesus. But I can't believe Tatis is falling to the second round, but I have been wanting to see what this looks like. Bubba, are you a big pocket aces, or can you stomach this? I don't think you're either just all in or all out on the pocket aces stuff.
In years past, I was not so much now. I just did like an NFBC OC 12-team league on Monday night live streamed that one, and I took a closer in round like 5. I didn't take my first starting pitcher till round 9, and I was pretty happy with life. I had the 11th pick when J-Rod at 11, so yeah, there's some elite talent, but there's a glob of pitchers in the middle that in a 12-team league you can play chicken with.
Crochet is one I love.
Yeah.
Tatis fell, by the way. Holy crap. Tatis was the
He fell in
4th
mine,
pick in the
too.
4th round. That's really surprising. Julio went over him. Vlad went over him. So that's
Bubba, you said he fell in your draft too, Tatis?
Yeah, he was. I think he was at least. I think he's like the 2nd or 3rd pick in that one in the 2nd round.
Really? That's it. That is surprising to me. Maybe I'm dumb. You know, I'm a dummy. Like I don't fully buy like why is he falling like that?
I think it's more so to do with like so much amazing younger talent creeping into the 1st round. Like it's the old theory: as people come up, someone has to fall out. I think, and if you look at Tatis's profile, just number of games played, it really has not been a thing for him for a 1st round talent in recent years.
Well, and you just took one of those. You took Jackson Churio, great bet, great young talent. It went Ketel Marte before, which is kind of surprising. Churio, Alvarez, Bryce Harper. Bubba, we've been asking you question after question, but just throwing on Churio, I buy it. 25-25 upside across the board. You essentially got 2 players that are 25-25 with really good batting averages, which is like a killer way to start your draft.
That's the goal. Batting average gets real nasty, real quick. So I want to try to get that out of the way early. I'm a believer that Jackson Churio, what we saw at age 20 years old, is insane. Like he's the next Ronald Acuna someday to me. Like I could be wrong. You're the prospect guy. I'm not, but it's what I see on paper. He is that level of talent. So I'll take that gamble. This might be the last time you see him in the 2nd round.
Yeah. We just had, after Harper went Turner, Freeman, Acuna, Bogman. You're up. Judge and Acuna is the combo before you. You could do, if you wanted, Wheeler and then I'm personally taking Crochet if I were to do a pocket aces with it, or you can just take one. What are you thinking here?
Yeah, I just started my pitchers, but I'm gonna go with Wheeler here. Whoops. So there's one. Why does it have me on auto? Why does it keep doing this to me? I mean, it had the right picks, but this is 2 times in a row I've had to do auto. So
doesn't like you because you touch yourself.
Guess not. That's what I was gonna do, Duran and Wheeler, but it did it for me. So anyway, there we go.
All right, you get like the power speed combo. You got a ton of stolen bases. We were talking about what you want to come out of with your first 3 hitters. You've already accomplished that with Duran and Ohtani, so you can really kind of go in any direction. Wheeler's another pick in there. So Bubba, what are you doing coming back here? You got 2 outfielders. Outfield can get away from everybody. You don't have to worry about that. Pitching is probably not in your peripheral. So what are you thinking about doing?
It's either attack third base like a Manny Machado type, or start reaching for William Contreras, Jackson Merrill if I really want to pound outfielder. So yeah, pitching is not in the realm. It's just this is 3rd round. It's a set of the draft where there's not a lot of stolen bases. So that's another reason why I try to get at least 1 guy, if not 2, in the first 2 rounds. It's just the flow of the draft. There's not a ton right here. So it's either push up for William or take a Jackson Merrill who usually does not fall this far.
Would you do you said William Contreras? I'm like, would you do a William Contreras here?
Yeah, his ADP is like 25 in the NFBC. He's going super.
Yeah, that's 2 catcher league though. We only have 1.
Oh, that's true. It's 1 catcher. I just noticed that. Thanks for telling me.
But would you really do Merrill? Would you do 3 outfielders and 2 young guys as a combo too?
Your answer is yes.
Oh, okay. There it is.
Tucker,
right
Churio, Merrill. You're the only one so far to start 3 outfielders. That's pretty slick. Matt Olson went before. Logan Gilbert, Kyle Schwarber. There goes Cole Reagans. I hope these guys take pictures in front of me. Remember, I started Paul Skeens and Skubal, so I need offense, man. There goes.
Who is your first hitter going to be?
Jazz. I got to take Jazz.
Take the upside.
Smash taking Jazz here. Corey Seager's also another one of those. I want to go with just high homers and stolen bases. That might be my 2 picks. There goes Austin Riley if they're there. Manny Machado is also there, as mentioned. I'm just kind of looking through. There's some young hitters as well. I like Michael Harris. I mean, I got some options. It's just it ain't elite. It ain't elite, and I got to take 2 of them. I can't.
Gotcha.
Oh, dang it! Gosh darn it, Welsh.
Yeah.
What a shame. Dag nabbit.
Yeah, as you can tell, we're not doing something in this draft right now, and it's pretty obvious. All right, you son of a bit. I'm going to buy myself time for 1 because I'm going to take Corey Seager. That's a pretty quick, easy one. The other one, I just want to confirm in my own rank so I don't do some silly goose stuff. That's the only thing I don't like is that I'm already not liking this process. By the way, going to throw out to everybody, we do have FantasyPros sync involved here. So we're going to sync and we're going to play around with this. I am, oh God, if I can get back to the draft. All right, we are going to go. Ah, crap.
Hurry up. 3.
I know.
2.
All right, we're going to go Michael Harris.
Oh, I
want to do something else. Michael. So, all right, Corey Seager, Michael Harris, some stolen bases. I'm not getting any of those from Corey Seager, so I need to make sure to do that. Those are my 2 hitters. Corbin Burns is the next pick after Jot murderballed me. Bubba, are you going for a 4th outfielder here? What are you going to do?
No, it's gonna like Machado, William Contreras are at top of the queue. I'd like one of them. Jose Altuve looks pretty intriguing to me. Get a one of the elite second basemen with another great batting average asset right there. So that's kind of where I'm leaning between those 3. There goes Altuve, so that one's out the window. And there goes Machado. So let's just see if we go down the William Contreras
listing
rabbit hole.
Slay ya.
Yeah.
All right, you're one pick away here.
If they take William, I'll probably go Dylan Cease. The guy's got 200 plus Ks in like 5 straight years, or 4 or 5 straight years, something like that.
I like it. I'd be surprised. Oh,
there goes O'Neill. That's a good pick.
Contreras again, single.
Yeah, single catcher. I keep needing to talking to myself. I'm so used to 2 catcher leagues. So give me Dylan.
If you
Dylan
want
Cease.
elite catchers, it's good to get, but like I'm not single catcher leagues. I'm not touching. I'm personally not even going to consider William Contreras.
I'm with you. I keep forgetting. As a single catcher, I would not promote that either.
Yeah. You like double catcher over single?
I do personally, but I understand both arguments. I think we've made.
Oh yeah, you like freedom? You like freedom, Bubba?
Do you like head to head over Roto? Do you like freedom, Welsh? Do you like freedom?
Oh well, yeah, that would be head to head technically. Head to head would be freedom.
No, it wouldn't.
Right.
Yes, it would.
That's called lockdown from a week to week schedule.
No,
you can flow naturally.
Yeah, but you're free from your past.
Yeah,
you're free from your
past, Bogman. You're never free.
Yeah. Roto, what happens to you 2 months ago is going to carry with you. Anything can change at any time. That's America. Head to head is America, by the way. That's easy. Easy.
Oh.
All right. Dylan Cease went to Bubba. We had Kirby Snell, Pete Alonso, Albies, Brent Rooker in front of Bogman. Boggs, you're up. You've got Ohtani, Wheeler, and Duran. What are you bitching about, too? You're like, oh, my God.
I mean, my 2 guys I had queued were Ozzy and Alonso.
That's really?
Exactly what I had there. I'm going to take CJ Abrams for 1.
Stolen. Okay, so you're going heavy stolen bases.
I mean, just more power speed combo guys.
Yeah.
You can get power later. And then I'm not 100%.
You're going pitcher, right?
Probably. I think I'm going to take who is next on my list.
Cole's out there.
Yeah, I think Cole is it.
Cole and Wheeler is cold-blooded.
Cole and Snell have pretty high. Snell went though, right? He went 4
Snell's
picks.
gone, yeah.
I'm going to take Cole. So, all right.
You gonna go back on auto draft? Right.
I'm trying not to. I don't know what I did wrong. I auto drafted my very first pick, which was going to be Ohtani anyway, but then the next 2 also. So I only have, I have 3 hitters and then 2 starters. I got Ohtani, Duran, Abrams with Wheeler and Cole. I'm liking it so far.
James Wood just went. Bubba, you're up in a couple picks here. You got a pitcher and 3 outfielders. So William Contreras is clearly on the table. Who else?
You know what really stinks is I love Wyatt Langford. I should have just. This is where mock drafts and just drafts in general will stand out. Shoto Imanaga might be a guy if I want to double dip in pitchers right here and really load up.
It's not round 9 yet.
I know. I got to.
Yeah, but there's great ones. God dang it! I wanted Langford. When you said it, I was like, oh, good. That's all that I wanted coming back was Langford.
Langford's a beast, dude. I absolutely love him.
Poop.
Yeah, I'm with you. Poop. Things just changed tremendously here.
Shucks.
I kind of like the Shota pick, honestly. That's one of my dudes. So we'll go Shota Monaga here.
Pablo Lopez just went. All right. Well, I kind of hate everything now because all that I really wanted in the world was Wyatt Langford, and he's gone. No catcher, no closers have gone though. So this is an opportunity. If I go pocket aces, I could lock down some closers here, or at least one if I want.
Remember, we were going through it before. They're just so much cheaper. There goes the first one to Chad.
So
they're just so much cheaper on Fantrax.
Yeah,
one thing
you don't see them.
One thing I'm also looking at here, and I know you guys are going to hate it, but if you talk about the upside, and I've already done dual pitching here, so the investment is difficult, but Jacob deGrom is still out there. And you're talking about 130, 140 innings. I get deGrom with them. It's a really heavy pitching investment, but you have deGrom, Skubal, and Skeens, it's over. If deGrom plays, that's always the big question. He's healthy. I don't know if I could go closer with him, though. That's the problem. I think I've got to go hitter because I'm really going to fall behind. So I am looking at deGrom, and I'm maybe looking at I got Seager and Harris, maybe Lawrence Butler. I just don't love the hitters that are out here.
Yeah, so happens you take 2
Doyle.
pitchers at the beginning.
Oh man, yeah, this would look so much better if I didn't have the 2 pitchers.
If I had completely changed my strategy, I would
what
like
if
this
season
way
4 on
more.
Disney? What if Welsh didn't take 2 pitchers?
You know what? 12 team here, guys. I think I'm gonna say I am gonna get weird. You're damn right. I'm gonna get weird. I'm gonna go DeGrom, and then I'm gonna take a closer, and I'm gonna get a closer and just shore that up. But it's Hader or Devin Williams.
You're gonna be so high on that Fantasy Pros ranking, I think, because of these pitchers.
Damn right I am. You son of a... All right.
Good thing we just play the rankings. That's all that matters.
That's it.
You know what? I'm gonna player. I'm gonna go Devin Williams. We're gonna go with that. I usually go Hader, but Devin Williams is fine here.
I took Devin Williams as the first closer on the OC the other night.
Nice.
Ooh, love it. So this is gonna be a weird ass team. Let's see how it ends up. 12 team. I feel like I've got a little bit more wiggle room with the hitters because I think the hitters are all kind of jumbled up. There's some I want that probably weren't going to fall back to me, but there was just nobody screaming at me that I had to go take. So I get 3 pitchers that are maybe in the top 10 of SPs, and I get the top closer on the market with a couple hitters. So we'll see. Yamamoto just went. Walker just went. Bubba, you're 2 picks away. You've got outfielders and strikeouts, baby.
I'm looking at Mark Simeon just went. Never mind. That's exactly who I was looking at. That's cool. Fun draft, guys.
Hey, Bubba, you know who's still out there? You want to know who's still out there, Bubba?
Who? Tyler Estrada?
William Contreras.
Gotta
get him.
He is still out there. That's a crazy game.
I do feel like you're obligated though. Now you kind of need to take it.
I love him. He's my King William. Like I preached.
Don't let him talk you off of whoever you're actually.
He does
this to me all the time.
Now you're in the territory where I think it makes a lot more sense. If you want to do it in single, you have the advantage to do it. But also closers are coming off the board, and
I will be taking my catcher in the very last round, as I always do.
Well, that's what you
like your kicker.
That's right.
Yeah. I will go with the closer here, though. I'll grab a little Josh Hader action.
Yeah, I think
I'll get some Hader egg.
Okay,
very smart about that. Boggs, are you gonna try to double tap coming back? Closer?
I'm not gonna double tap. Absolutely not. No, I already have 2 starters, but I'll take one. It'll probably be Miller. So,
it's Miller time. It's Reno time.
It's Reno time. Miller time.
Oh boy,
you don't like Miller time?
Oh, I love
you like Reno time?
Yeah, what are you boying us?
Reno time.
I miss this.
We missed you.
Yeah, I miss you.
Enough, Bubba. You're doing all these shows with other people. We haven't been benched in forever. Like we don't get to see you enough, man.
Oh, you guys are coming up. The Diamondbacks previews around the corner, boys.
Yeah.
And then obviously I'll get you on for
some
right in front of you. Mark Bienta.
You might want to double tap.
I got whacked, by the way. After Hader, I wanted Lawrence Butler or Vientos. Both went. Hunter Green's a good pick, but man, he went early into the 70s. And then Mason Miller. So the tier of closers has really changed. Willie Adames up to Bogman now. You got 2 pitchers, shortstop, outfield.
Great
and
pick
you got
there with Adames, by the way. Great pick.
Yeah. What do you do? Oh, you go Helsley. Okay,
I'm going to go Helsley, and then I'm going to take Tristan Casas. Get my first baseman. I really wanted Walker. So when he went, I was pretty disappointed by that. And then the 2 guys I had in my queue were Walker and Simeon, like right after I'd picked my last 2 rounds. Or my last 2 picks. So, and then they went, after the turn, weren't close to me, but they did last a whole round. So I was kind of hoping they would slip, but no such luck. Got 1 closer after the run. And then I went with some more power because, as you mentioned, Welsh, I already have a lot of speed here.
Tristan Casas, Bailey Ober, Bryce Miller, Suzuki, and then Aaron Nola. Bubba, you are almost on the clock. 1 pick. I know.
What do I want to do here?
I know.
Great show.
Let me you one time.
Yeah, I might go William Contreras now.
Yeah, you got me. You've been building this up, Bubba. Yeah. You're in the 70s. This is totally.
I call it a value. I waited like 5 rounds.
You were going to take him in like the 2nd or 3rd round. It's warranted.
Yep.
I am interested to see where the next catcher goes now. Like, is Bubba going to start the run?
I hope so.
Did it? Or are we not going to get another one till like round 12?
I will bet you Adley goes by the time before Bubba's next pick. Someone's going to be like, oh, I want that. I mean, I'm not doing it at all, but I bet that happens. Damn, Glasnow. Steering Glasnow. I just want Glasnow to last longer.
Where should Wilson be since he's moving to first but qualifies at catcher, Bubba? Like, how high among the catchers should he rank?
He's in my top 5. He's ranked 4 or 5 from
I think I have him at 4 or 5.
Yeah.
It's like him and Raleigh are right next to each other.
Can he go? I think he can go over Raleigh. Can he? Obviously, he can't go over his brother, but can he go over Adley? Is that insane?
I think a healthy season, he's third. I don't think he passes Adley.
Okay.
God damn.
Westbrook. I almost went Westbrook with my last pick. That's a great pick.
Shots being a
wow
a-hole, man.
Well, I know what my next pick's going to be. Then throw ADP out the freaking window. Good Lord.
Yeah, we're absolutely starting to throw some of that, which is great. This is exactly what we want. All right. This is a pretty easy one for me with this one. I'm going to go Josh Naylor. Batting average, RBIs, now a Diamondback.
So much fun.
So much fun. I love it. And then we're in the 80s. I'm here for a bounce back on this. I need offensive upside. And this isn't a rookie. I'm going to go with Luis Robert. Luis Robert, power speed combo. I talked about this in the outfield thing we did, the primer, that like there's some stuff in yet like the underlying stats tell such a bad story, but it's also so out of pocket that I don't think that's the norm. So Luis Roberts got a lot of upside there. Junior Caminero, Raisel Iglesias just went. Was Caminero the guy you wanted?
He was one of the two. I love Caminero. He's another guy I've been pushing up draft boards when I can.
The only guy in my queue was Caminero.
I love Caminero.
I'm way far away.
Ranger Sports just won MVP of whatever the Lightem league.
Nice.
So he's going nuts.
Like a big time talent down there.
Yup. Junior Caminero. All right, you're one pick away, Bubs. You can no longer take Caminero. Or
I'm going Luis Garcia Jr. of the Washington Nationals. I'm a big Luis Garcia Jr. fan.
Inside the
like
top 100. Pick, wow.
Yeah. Well, as I said, I thought Westbrook would last a lot longer, so now we're going. Second base is horrible.
It is. Let's see, and I don't have a
pretty
second
bad, dude.
It's a lot of the same guys. Is definitely what I would say. It's not super
jags running around there.
A bunch of jags. What are you looking to do, Boggs? Coming back, it looks like you got 2 infield pieces. You have 1 outfielder. I was about to say, dude, you don't have any outfielders.
Yeah, I only have Duran so far, so that's probably going to be what I hit here. Looking, I think I have Reynolds next, and then Steer is also pretty high in my rankings, so, or at least on my list of what's left. So
there goes Matt Chapman. I like Chapman.
Steer already went.
He just went.
Steer went in the last round. Okay,
Steer did go. Yeah,
man, Chapman. God damn, all these third basemen. There's no good ones left.
Yes, there is.
Yeah,
there's a couple, but
there's Brian Reynolds.
He's just a good floor. A 12-teamer. You need to go better than Brian Reynolds. Don't be that mad, Boggs.
No. Yeah, I need some of these guys. Quick critique.
There goes Terang.
I'll trade you Jackson Merrill.
For what?
That's the question, isn't it?
Let's look at his team. Merrill for. Well, you wouldn't do Duran. Yeah.
Kidding.
Do it for Cole.
Kidding.
LOL.
No, I want nothing to do with Garrett Cole.
No, you're out on Cole completely.
I am really concerned with the velocity drops and everything. I'm very, very concerned with Garrett Cole.
Hap and then Bellinger, Boggs. Your belly guy. Belly inside the top 100.
Yeah, belly bombs. Not interested.
I'm interested, but not there. There goes Tanner Bybee. What do you think, Bubs?
What pick are we at? Like 99? I'm trying to make sure I'm not going crazy here.
100. There goes Zach. I mean, you go crazy.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna push things up here, and we are gonna have some fun with Jake Berger. Talk about third base. Give me the bombs.
I thought he was gonna last.
And Royce just went. Nah, I had him high up here. Like that's definitely what I was looking at.
I love
Berger's
Berger.
a big power option. Yeah.
That's what I'm shooting for. And he can play at first or third. Kind of gives me a little flexibility as the draft goes on.
Where's he gonna hit?
Not McLean.
Like roster resource has him batting 8th, and there's zero chance you trade for Jake Berger in 8th. That is beyond insane.
I don't think so either.
I almost had to edit this episode when
you said I said roster resource has that, not me. I said he's got to be 3rd, 4th, or 5th. If he's below 5th,
what?
That team's horrible.
Don't be surprised if he's hitting in front of Adolis Garcia. I think he'd be better hitting because they've got what? Simeon's your leadoff. Seager hits 2, Langford hits 3, then go Berger, and then go Adolis.
Yeah, that works.
Johan Duran, McLean went. You took Berger. There's Adley. So I was wrong about it, but Adley did go
2 rounds later.
9th round. Yeah, exactly. So I'm really going to open the world up here. I'm legit. Well, no, I'm not. I'm not looking at Trout anymore. I was looking at Trout. I was thinking about Trout because of that offensive
You already took
upside,
Lou
but
Bob. Let's not get
I know.
poisoned.
And I took the
DeGrom.
DeGrom.
That's
I
3
know,
for
I know.
3. That's 3 for 3 on Lou Bob drafts for Welsh, by the way. He is a Lou Bob guy.
Oh, is that really 3 for 3?
3 for
Bob
3
guy.
for sure.
Oh, I didn't
Lou
know that.
Bob guy.
Hey there, buddies. Well, there goes Lucas Urseg. That's why I like having at least a closer. I don't have to worry about guys like Lucas Urseg. Bregman's the only good third baseman left. Not that I'm like this big Bregman guy, but if he goes to Boston, it's a huge advantage. Detroit's not really. So I think he might be one.
You don't like Eugenio anymore?
Eugenio. Not enough. And then, all right, so let's do that at least. Let's lock down Bregman because I was running out of time. Pick him. Jesus. And then I'm kind of torn. I'm all out of This is how I am.
This is what you missed, right, Bubba?
Oh, yeah. No, I do. I'm not kidding.
Yeah. You sure?
I was excited to get
kidding.
the text message from my buddy. It wasn't a reel. It wasn't a bunch. It was a 7-boom text. So I was all about that
We're
world.
always thinking about you. All right, I'm gonna. These are not sexy picks I just made, but I went with Bo Bichette. I do not want to let average get too far away. Like Luis Robert, there's a lot where you look at and you're just like, it's just not repeatable. It's not repeatable to be this bad. The process of 3 or 4 years of data shows that last year's bad was the anomaly more than anything else. I really think Bichette has, and he was dealing with injury. I think he's got a legit shot to rebound that batting average. Maybe not chipping a bunch of homers and stuff like that. But I mean, I do have Robert. I got Naylor. I still need to make up some of this offense, but I'm trying to get some baseline. Pitching run, Fried, Peralta, McClanahan, Bubba, you're up. Do you love or hate Bichette, by the way, Bubs?
I'm okay with the bounce back at his price. I don't think he's ever going to be that elite talent we wanted him to be, but I think the batting average is the biggest reason to take him, as you mentioned, and I'm fine with the price tag.
Yeah, and it was like we used to have to pay like top 2 round for him, and now I got him out to the top 100. Tovar went, and then Bubba,
Oops. Did I do something?
Yeah. Well, I mean, not that I need a bunch of pitchers, but like Schwellenbach's my guy. That's my guy.
Well, so maybe you should have taken him when you had the turn.
I should have. I'm a big stupid idiot. Now I'm learning lessons. You're in school's in session. There goes Yelich. That's a great pick at this price, by the way.
Yes,
at 117. Paredes is also. I considered Yelich. I was going to throw out. There goes Ryan Walker. Boggs, you clearly were looking at a closer.
Walker was the closer that I was looking at. Now I have 2 guys left in my queue. They are Eugenio Suarez, as Bubba mentioned before. I need a third.
Eugenio.
Eugenio Suarez from Venezuela. That is our boy, the governor. Eugenio Suarez. From
Do you tell him happy birthday too?
That's right. And then Logan Webb. Those 2. Those are my guys.
Yeah, neither one of them went.
You get them both.
Suarez.
Pow.
Yeah.
Get me some pop.
Lock it up.
Let's go.
So you now have 2. We have 3 pitchers, and you have Ohtani that's in there. Who, I will throw this out. I've been doing some reconnaissance because I've been having some battles with, finishing up with FantasyPros and getting baseball set, and just I call it the Ohtani paradox. He just messes with everything. But then, like, by virtue of how the baseball industry works, I did have a part of me that was like, Ohtani shouldn't qualify at pitching. If you're being technical and how much of a bastard everybody is
last year.
Everybody's about their stuff. So I text Frank and I said, "What are you guys doing to CBS?" And he's like, "We're making him a pitcher because people, are gonna." And I was like, "Yeah, I guess." But technically, how bitchy everybody is, he shouldn't qualify as a pitcher, but he will pitch this year to some degree. It's just kind of difficult, but you'll get to use him in that, especially in this format. You took Logan Webb. We had Michael Toglia, Sonny Gray, Hunter Brown, Dylan Cruz. Bubba, you are up in 2 picks.
Yeah, this was no bueno.
Are we sold on Toglia going this time?
I am. I love getting. I don't know if I love getting at the price now that I'm looking at this, but I like Toglia. Huge barrel, huge hard hit. Colorado. Second half, he hit closer to 240. Huge. He hit way better in the second half I did a video. If he hits 240, he's hitting 30 plus homers. So that's why I like Toglia. But that was a high cost. Roki freaking Sasaki. And Bubba, you stink, dude. Get the hell out of here. You took Jason
Welcome to my
Dominguez.
last episode on ITL, everybody. It's been a pleasure.
Dude, that's all I was hoping was going to come back because I need this offense. I wanted Jason Dominguez. I almost took him the last time. Damn, dude.
You know what I'm guessing right now, just by the sounds of this draft, only like 9 rounds in, that Welsh will not be doing pocket aces in the future.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I just like.
Hey, look, you try it. It's a mock.
Yeah,
you
that's
know,
what it's
you
for.
give it a whirl,
Yep.
and there you go.
Yeah.
Didn't like it. You know, can't say I never tried it. I tried it. Didn't like it.
Yeah, it's great. Justin Steele, Joe Ryan, Hoffman. Dude, look at this offensive garbage. They're the worst players on the planet. Hate every single one of their faces. I hate that guy.
You're so happy.
I hate this guy. Damn it. All right, we're going to do this. We are going to get a pitcher back in that market, Sandy Alcantara. Yes, I guess he's coming off of injury, so I feel better. He should pitch an entire year. Oh, I had to get another hitter, though. It's just stupid. All right, we're going to do a bounce back.
You don't like any of it.
No, I don't like any of it. Which one do I want to do?
The one on the left.
We're going to lean. Oh, you know what? We're going to lean into this. I talked about it the other day. I'm going to do one more batting average. Stephen Kwan. I'm going to get some stolen bases. I'm going to get heavy chasing runs, chasing batting average. It's risky when I took Bo Bichette on this team, but I got to lean into something.
We went through him the other day on the baselines, right?
That's what I'm saying. I can't make everything up
on all of those.
Yeah, and I can't make up everything offensively, but like maybe leaning into average a little bit more is going to help me out, but I'm sacrificing some power. But damn, Mason Wynn, Alexis Diaz, and Tanner Scott just went.
Oh, Mason Wynn, you.
Yeah.
Big Mason Wynn fan this year.
Yeah. Same Z's. You're coming up.
What about Victor Scott?
Nope, nothing.
Damn,
No.
Nothing for Victor Scott? Okay.
No Victor Scott from me.
What did you think about You just took Dansby Swanson. What did you think about that Roki pick right in front of you?
I don't know. I'm not like at that ADP. That's fine. He usually goes so much higher in most drafts I do. I'm just nervous with these guys. First year over. I know he's young, but how does it actually translate? I never know what to do with these guys, so I just don't pay a premium for them.
I do not pay a premium either. I'm not super interested. Dansby Swanson, though? Are you worried about that shortstop middle infield?
Yeah, because I'm looking at ADP, thought things like fall because I'm a humongous Mason Wynn fan. I thought I could wait a little longer, but apparently not with these people in here, these heathens. But yeah, so I need to take my guy now.
Dude, I just queued up Miguel.
Every time a closer goes,
dude, he's so.
I know Bogman just like he's like Tony Romo.
I don't want any of these guys. That's the thing. Is I don't, but I know I have to take them, especially being on the end here. And so I queue up one, and I go, this guy is definitely falling to me, and then he doesn't. So
closer goes, and Bogman turns into Tony Romo. He's like, like
Tony Romo watching Dak Prescott throw a pass. It's just an amazing situation.
Randy Rosarena, Brian Wu, love Brian Wu pick. Rosarena is a really good value at this point too. Boggs, who are you going for? You're up next.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna take a little more power here with an outfielder. I'm debating on which one though.
It's not gonna be Salvi.
No, it's not.
You know, outfielders don't get saves, correct?
Thank you, Bubba. I had no idea. Appreciate the lesson there. Thank you so much. Glad I invited you. So
Animosity.
All right. We will go with Tyler O'Neill for one of these picks. Get some thump in the middle of that O's lineup.
Damn it. I just queued him up too.
And then is Joyce still around?
Who?
Ben Joyce. Ben Joyce is still around. I'm going to take Ben Joyce.
All right. We are in the 13th round here. I do have League Sync set up from FantasyPros, so maybe we'll get some insights we can throw out there. See what that bad boy looks like. Taylor Ward. Bubba, I'm trying to see. I guess I'd have to look through a little bit sterner, but where do you think you need to hit on your lineup? You got 4 outfielders, bunch of young dudes. You got your catcher. You got some middle. What are you lining up to try to target here?
I want another closer to kind of get that taken care of. I'm looking for a Jordan Romano action here. That's the target here if we can make that happen. So
yeah, that was top of my list.
Yep, I want some Jordan Romano. I guess my first time doing a Fantrax draft. So yeah, these ADPs are just I live in the NFBC streets.
They're not it.
The relief pitchers are all over the place.
Like he's ranked 382. I'm not like Justin Martinez. All these dudes are in the 380s and stuff. Like, what in the world's going on here?
It ain't it. Yeah, It's not it, man. 100% with where the ADPs are. There's a lot of value if you jump in on them. Brennan Nimmo, Will Smith, Zach Neto. Neto fell pretty decent. He's gonna miss probably the first month, but pretty good value. David Bednar just went. That would have been one of my backups. And Bubba, you can take Romano if that's what you want.
Jordan Romano, come on down. In 12 teams, I like to try to get 3 closers potentially, and they're drying up pretty quick. So I wanted to get a second one now.
Oh, you stinky little bastards!
This is fun.
What do we think is going to happen with the Dodgers closing situation? I think I heard Scott White talk about it the other day. Oh, did they? Okay.
Yeah.
They said Tanner Scott will get plenty of saves, but will not be the primary closer. It'll be more of a committee, is what they flat out said today.
Okay.
So that's kind of what I thought when they brought Yates in. It just felt like a 60-40 situation or something.
Boy, the closing situation is not great for me now. I was really hoping for Romano. I kind of get him everywhere, but to your point, Porter Hodge is still out there. The only thing that worries me about with him is
sign somebody.
Yeah, they were trying to sign Tanner Scott.
That's why I took Ben Joyce. I was between him and Hodge.
I would rather take Carlos Estevez or Kenley Jansen that are unsigned over Porter Hodge right now.
Yeah, well, this is what I'm going to do. This team is wild. I do not take this guy. Because of the injuries, but we're outside of 150. Why the F not? I'm going to take Spencer Strider.
At that point of the ADP, yeah. Why the F not?
Why would I not? And I need power. I'm going to take Adolis Garcia, see if there's a bounce back in that Texas lineup here. Not a big Adolis guy, not into taking Strider, but it just makes sense for this, though. This pitching staff I have is either the greatest thing ever made, or it is going to the pocket ace is going to look silly if Sandy rehurts himself and DeGrom does DeGrom things.
There goes Porter Hodge.
There goes Porter Hodge. Bye. Bubba, you're coming back. What do you think?
I'm going to try to get Jeremy Pena, lock up my middle infield because middle infield's getting pretty nasty. So I'd rather go there and wait on some other positions later.
All right, Cal Raleigh just went after Jackson Holiday. We're right outside the 160 range. So you are taking Jeremy Pena. I'm trying to see what shortstop. Bogart's still out there. I know ATC really likes Xavier Edwards, but Pena's a nice 5 tool.
Pena's like a 15-15 guy with some upside if he gets it going.
I'm down with that. Boggs, what are you looking at doing here?
Xander Bogaerts, because I still have no second baseman, and he is probably the best one left.
I mentioned him. You're like, shut the hell up, dude.
And then probably a pitcher. So Jimenez was my other second base option. So it's definitely going to be Bogaerts. I'm sure Brooklyn will take him 1 pick ahead of me again, but and then a starter and not a reliever. So I will not be there goes one of my starters on my list. I won't be upset about starters going or relievers going this time right in front of me like they always do.
AJ Puck. I'm super torn on the Diamondback situation. Yeah. Justin Martinez is kind of the guy there. I just think it's Puck. But I think Puck is also going to be put in the fireman situation where if it's more important in the 8th, they'll move him and then Martinez gets a save opportunity. But they've also been heavily rumored with Helsley. So, you never know. Maybe they make a move and, maybe Lawler gets tried. I think
unless it's Helsley, it's going to be Martinez because Torrey he doesn't like to come off of who the closer is. You know what I mean?
And I'm with, I like the mindset. I've been drafting Puck a lot late just because at worst, I feel like he gets 10 saves, 5 wins, and a bunch of strikeouts. Like you're going to get in a draft and hold format. I think it's phenomenal. But it feels like Martinez is the go-to. Like I agree with both of what you're saying there.
Yeah, and that's the tough thing about their situation. Bohm went after Puck, Fairbanks, Bogman, you went Bogarts, and Kikuchi. We had talked about him in the baseline. He's great strikeouts on an interesting strikeout team. Yeah, big strikeouts. I like that.
Wins I probably won't get with him, but I'll sneak some extra wins from Ohtani. So
Kikuchi just doesn't get the love.
You will.
I like that.
Yeah.
All right, Bubba, you're coming back. We're in the 15th round. Yeah, we're not doing bench. So we've only got so many more that are coming up here.
22 total.
What are you thinking about doing? I think there's still some pitching value that's sitting on the board here.
There is.
This is why I didn't mind waiting the other night. I'm looking like a Jack Flaherty right now. I'm a big fan of still. I think he's going too late in every draft right now because he's not signed. I'll take Flaherty more. Yeah, I'll take Flaherty as my SP4 in round 15 every draft I'm in if I can.
Luis Heel, Xavier Edwards, Orion Kirking. Jerkson Profar just went. I would have considered Profar even coming back now. I really do like that. Bubba's one pick away. You can lock down Flaherty. I mean, I probably would have taken Flaherty coming back. Like, I'm not. See,
I hate Flaherty, and I'm considering him here.
So. Here's the problem with me with the thing like pocket aces is people do pocket aces because then it's like, I don't have to worry about it. I'll just wait and blah, blah, blah. I'm the type of person, when I go to a player that has a statistical advantage, Ellie or Judge or something like that, power stolen bases, I want to keep going. I don't want to let it go too far. Not that I need to go crazy, but it's like, I can't help but still look at values. Like if Flaherty were there for me in the 15th round, there's no way I'm passing on it, even if it was my like sixth starting pitcher. He was just good of a value, but that's not a great mentality for doing kind of a all in pocket aces, or, you know, if you were to go crazy stolen bases or something like that. It doesn't work for me. You got your boy Flaherty, Bush and Robles. I don't know who the hell
is a tough one. Yeah, where are you going? You got all kinds of fun going on over there.
I don't know, man. Like Kirby Yates is no longer a closer. Well, there's one of my guys, Taj, but I can't take Taj. There are some relief pitchers that I like that I don't think warrant taking here because they're more speculative. There goes Reynaldo.
Man, I've had Reynaldo on my list for a while, and he finally just went.
I don't have a second baseman. I don't love Nico, but again, maybe I go Nico with a high batting average and some stolen bases. Yeah, let's do that.
Nico is a value here because of the injury. I think that's a good pick.
And then since we are getting to the bottom here, I'm going to do this. I actually think I'm not a big catching guy early, but Wilson Contreras is going to play first base for the Cardinals and he's going to get extra at bats. I think there's just a little bit of an extra value for me. Again, like big power numbers. I need upside. I can't just go get the last closer that's there. I'm playing from behind so much. So I like Contreras. There goes Arise, and Real Muto just went.
On the bounce back, we're wanting him. I was considering Arise here. Just, I think I have a lot of power and a lot of speed. So just give me a little boost to my average in the 16th round. And Jot took him. I think that's a good pick too. What are you doing,
Yeah.
Bud?
Soler and Lodolo. Ooh, Reese's. All right. You don't care about batting average.
I have plenty of that. Did you see the first picks when I did not take pictures?
Yeah. What are you? Tucker, Merrill. It's pretty good. Pretty good. It's pretty good. Carlos Correa. Boggs, what are you doing coming up?
All right. I'm going to go with India for one of these picks. I think interesting landing spot for the Royals. Might hit leadoff too. Lots of runs. We went through runs are hard to come by. And then thinking about a flyer, just Kirby Yates' numbers were so good last year. He's with the Dodgers. I know it's going to be a rotation, but I like him to get a lot of those early saves. So I think that's what I'm going to do. India and Kirby Yates.
There goes Mountcastle, Lane Thomas, Carlos Rodon, and you're one pick away from locking down those dudes. Yeah, everything else in the closing market is just it's highly speculative.
Yeah, it's your highly speculative is the right way to say it. You used to call it yucky. That's what
it's yucky. Well, like here's a prime example.
Grown up, so it's not yucky anymore.
Yeah, right. Prime example is like I'm not sure Suarez in San Diego holds on to that job all year. Only fastball guy. I think Jason Adam is a better reliever. So I think Jason Adam is a player that who the hell just went? I think you might want to backtrack that. That person thinks Jeremy Pena just went.
Is that?
That's not a real player. So.
No, out of Milwaukee? Like what in the world?
Yeah, hold on.
That is, I'm going to let them know. Someone just took a player I've never even heard of. That is not Jeremy Pena. FYI, Brooklyn. What was that guy's name? It was like Jedel.
It's something Pena.
Yeah. Jedel Bebop. Something like that.
Bebop.
Bumblebee Tuna.
Yeah.
Bumblebee Tuna.
Bumblebee Tuna. Outstanding.
But so Jason Adams, back to that, is like one of those guys that I think is like a good spec. I'm not going to get any bonus points though for save speculation in any of these, which isn't going to help. But
let me ask you guys a question here, because we're talking about like later closers where things are murky, and I've taken a few shares already. But Jason Foley gets no love, and he is the closer in Detroit, a good Detroit team.
Yeah, I mean, shut the hell up.
I don't think anybody believes that.
I got him in my I got him in my queue. So
like I'm literally looking at him and 2 other closers, and I'm like, why is he never getting picked? I just don't get it.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think there is maybe some questions on people like trusting that you could. I mean, a guy like Job who just went in place of the Bumblebee Tuna, like, not saying they would do it, but there's always a potential like Job could go in and close for the team. But I agree, like Foley just got it done. Foley got the work done, so I think he's not a bad. I'd love it if you didn't take Foley coming back.
Well, since we talked about it, I won't. I can take somebody else, but I've already
Well,
taken.
no, that's your guy.
I've taken enough of your players already.
You take your guy. You want your guy.
No, it's okay. Don't worry about it.
Oh, what are we? We're gentlemen.
Tripping over each other to be nice. What the hell is this?
Gentlemen and scholars is the way I look at it.
You guys suck. Take each other's players. Curse each other out. Come on.
I've taken plenty of them.
Yeah, it's definitely taking a lot of them. There goes Brandon Lau. So, Bubba, you're up in 2 picks.
Yeah, I'm trying to decide
Kenley
where I want to go with this one. This is tricky. Oh, there goes Jansen. Now I might take your guy.
Yeah, well, I think Jansen going to pitch this year. Is he going to pitch?
I think he does. I think he signs.
I don't know, man. That his health stuff is bad. That heart condition's weird. Don't like it.
I'm gonna go with my boy. I'm gonna go with Elliot Ramos. Big fan.
Elio.
I like Elio.
I mean, the back half was pretty regular. The first 2 months were amazing.
I think he's going to bring I think he's going to bring a great floor. And I just tell myself with these young guys that back half might have been adjusting. They adjusted to him. Now he's adjusting back.
Yeah, they say 900 plate appearances, right? That's what you really need to know. So the adjust back is still definitely there, but back half was a little concerning.
What do you guys think of the Liam Hendricks versus Aroldis Chapman thing? They're saying, like, if Liam is healthy, I got to imagine he's going to be given the gig. But I mean, Chapman's flame throwing. That's another interesting one that we haven't drafted yet.
Yep. And even Slayton's there too, and he's not like completely out of the question either.
Yeah.
Like, there's a few teams that are very much up in the air.
I'm thinking about doing maybe
just take Foley after that whole thing,
or maybe Foley Martinez. Actually,
if you take 2 closers after this, we are going to have a problem.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm doing. That's 100% what I'm doing. What are you talking about? That is what the plan the whole time, baby. Yeah, we're gonna do that.
All right. Game on.
Game on. We were always taking 2 closers. That's
we're around 18. What game can we be on?
I had one stupid ass closer the whole time. I needed.
If you're crying about Foley and Martinez, you should probably just lock it up.
but most of the crying usually tends to happen in the 18th and 19th round in fantasy.
You think can wait? You're playing a game and you lost a chicken. You guys played chicken. I know the ITL chicken. You just lost. I lost.
Right.
I lost.
There goes Meadows, Hendricks, Fauscher. Yeah, like you don't cry about your 3rd and 4th round pick. You cry about like that 12th round. You're like, no, that was my guy. That was my deal that I wanted there.
How dare you?
Nolan Jones and Bubba, you're back up.
Yeah, I'm gonna just shore up this 3rd base position. And it's a guy I keep going back and forth on, but I love him. He was the 2024 Bubba and the Blue mascot, and that was one Luis Rengifo.
Oh, Rengifo. Yeah, I like that. I knew exactly where you're going.
Love that.
I love this man, so I'm going back to the farm on that one. Back to the
It'd almost be a travesty if you didn't have him on your team.
It would be, yeah, and I might take the new mascot for 2025 here in a minute. We'll see.
Who's that?
Willie Castro. We call him Slick Willie on the show. Slick Willie.
Love Willie Castro.
Willie.
Eligible everywhere, potentially leading off. There's a lot to like there, especially in deeper formats.
Chris Sanchez, Clay Holmes, who is a relief pitcher but will be a starter for the Mets this year. Tommy Edman. I like that Tommy Edman pick, actually.
Yes.
Going to be playing center field and has some multi-position eligibility, especially in Yahoo. There goes my boy Jason Adam, who I was just talking about. Boggs, you're up in 1 pick.
Yeah, Jason Adam, another sneaky pick. I think I'm going to go with. Let's see. What do I need here?
What you want?
2 pitching spots, 1 outfield spot, and a CI spot. All right. We're gonna go with Lugo. I just think he's fallen too far.
Yeah, it's pretty safe.
Pretty safe pick there. And then I'm gonna go with. We talked about this guy just being like a baseline king. Just Burleson does a little bit of everything.
Ooh, I just queued him up too. Yeah. That's good. We don't have a lot of positions left. I have a corner, outfield, util, and 1 pitching spot left before we get to do a quick peruse of the insights here. Bubba, you have 4 more picks left. What's your roster construction look like? What do you need left?
I need a reliever, 2 pitchers, and my utility.
Okay, so you got to focus on. Yeah, you know what? Going to be honest, it was a great time, as we've said multiple, in a 12 team to focus on pitching. The names that are still out there,
I mean,
Gossman, Bowden Francis, who just went, Robbie Ray. There's a bunch of really good bets to have. It looks so much better than what you have to do with instead of outfield or second base or third or something like that. Bowden Francis, Byron Buxton. All right, so you're 2 picks away, Bubba. So what are we doing?
Carlos Estevez would be my pick. Give me Carlos Estevez.
And so you think he's going to sign somewhere where he's going to be the starter?
Everywhere he's been rumored is a place he would close. So I'm sticking to that. If it doesn't work out, it's a mock draft, but that's where I'm
yeah. I mean, we got to win the mock draft.
There we go.
Yeah, of course.
Well, yeah, but you already won that with Skeens and Scooble, so it's okay.
That's true. Shane Langoliers, Francisco Alvarez. I like the Carlos Estevez. There goes Robbie Ray, which is a nice pick around this range. Yeah, there's not a lot of speculative closing stuff left. I mean, Kyle Finnegan, if he's another one of those guys that could sign and close somewhere. Chapman could get some saves. Everybody anointed Ryan. I mean, you tell me, Bubba. Everyone's anointed Ryan Walker. I just don't think Duvall.
Walker had such a good year.
I know, but I'm just not sure Duvall is
unbelievable.
Not get an opportunity.
Duvall sucks.
Yeah, the way I see it is it's Walker's to start with, but once Duvall finds it, he'll get it back if he finds it. Like, they want him to be there. Posey's flat out said they want him to be there. I think they want Walker to be more of a fireman type guy. He was an opener, a piggybacker, a long reliever, and a closer last year. He's like a Swiss Army knife.
I like that Rafael.
Yeah, I loved Rafael. I love getting Rafael there. 2020 potential. They said they want him to stick in center, play that spot. I mean, I guess if he just struggled off of his ass, they have Anthony and Campbell there, but I just don't think anything is going to take Rafaela off of that team. And I took Zach Eflin. Just a nice wins, innings eater. I have so much strikeouts out there. I just need a guy that's going to be out there. So that finishes out my pitching. I think I'm going to be very, very high in my pitching. I should be number one. Hitting, we'll see where I tracked, but I did get a lot of stolen bases and batting average, so I'm hoping that kind of makes do. Jordan Walker, Evan Carter, Matt Shaw's a great pick, as he tends to be in these. We always let him fall past 200. Roman Anthony just went. There you go, Bubba. You're up with Jesus Luzardo. So you're on a rebound for Luzardo in Philly.
Yeah, especially in this round. But he's supposed to be healthy. Philadelphia, they checked and balanced quite a bit on those injuries things. So I'm going to take my chances at a very, very, very large discount.
There goes Jordan Lawler to Luke. So we got a lot of speculation happening in this. Jordan Walker bounce back. Evan Carter not being awful. Matt Shaw, Roman Anthony, Jordan Lawler. So 20th round just absolutely signified people just taking some shots there. Kevin Gossman just went 3 picks away, Boggs, until you're picking.
Did you say Evan Carter went?
He did. He went this round.
Yeah, I think that's a good risk pick. I had him on my list here. And Gurriel, one of the few guys I had on my list as well.
Same as these.
I think here I'm going to – all right. So we're going to do this. We're going to go with Mullins. I mean, just give me the upside. I'll take it right here in the 20th round. And then I'll take Logan O'Hoppe in the 21st round. Thank you very much.
Yeah, seeing these catchers available like in a one catcher league, like holy shnikes.
Doesn't it like it throws you off when you just been like 2 catcher NFB seeing it?
My goodness.
I know.
Grandson of the Wind, I don't think is a bad pick here soon either.
I was about to say, when are you going to say the nickname? You were going to say the nickname player of Jung-Hoo Lee. Shanawell and Wells just went. Bubba, your second to last pick is coming up. What are the 2 spots you need?
I need a util and I need a pitcher, I believe. Yes, util and pitcher. So I'm going to go util right here if I can. I like Garrett Mitchell. If they let him start every day, I'm a big fan.
Manaya just went. That was a good pick. Josh Young. I need 2 hitters, so hitting is smart here because I got a double tap. So you're going with Garrett Mitchell. Shane Boz just went. Here's Garrett Mitchell, and then it's going to come back to me. I need 2 hitters. Hate the power issues or the average issues, but it's massive power. I think I might just take Max Muncy. I kind of always fall into Max Muncy with all this batting average. So if he's there, I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to need one more bat. And I just don't love most of anything here. There goes Chapman. Maybe McCarthy. Go some heavy stolen bases here. The Diamondbacks. Trevor Story, I think, is a 2020 guy this year.
Yeah, I'm with you there as well. Batting average is the only concern, but I'm with you.
Yeah. I like Jock Peterson, by the way, with Texas. And
Jock is a good pick here, too.
Yeah. I don't think I'm going to get any bonus for taking him, but you know what? He's a util only. That's exactly what we're doing. We're going Muncy, and we're going Peterson to finish the draft, and we're going to put our hands up, and we are going to see what the hell the projections are going to possibly do for me. Bubba, what are you doing with this last pick?
I would like to get Spencer Arrighetti if I can. I'll take the young arm. Yeah, Arrighetti with the meatball. That's a bad Italian accent. You're welcome, everybody.
That was great. That was great, Bubba.
Is this Bubba or Pizza Pia? I had no idea who was here.
Can you do it again?
It's a spicy meatball with the Spencer Arrighetti spaghetti.
Oh, A+.
I'm like the Olive Garden of
Italian impression.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's all right. A lot of people like Olive Garden.
There goes Duvall.
We're family.
Noah Schultz.
When you're here, your family.
Noah Schultz. I love Noah Schultz. I just don't know that he breaks camp, but it's interesting. There goes Pavetta. You know what I should have done? I'm just going to give people. Yeah, I should have done this. This is stupid. If we were going bench, I 100% would be taking Christian Campbell here. I had the opportunity for him to actually take an everyday job. He's a 2020 guy. I should have actually taken him maybe even over Jock for fun. There goes Kumar Rocker, Jake McCarthy. What are you doing with your last pick?
Tanner Houck.
Yeah.
One more pitcher spot.
That's good.
All right.
Safe, easy.
And then hopefully I do have it synced. So I'm hoping we'll get the insight chart here on Fantasy Pros, which I'll bring up when it is all done. Did we finish? Did it? Yep. Oh yeah, finish. All right. Rocker, Kopech. Kopech's going to be out. That's not good. Woodruff. I actually like that Woodruff pick, and Tanner Houck here. So boys, let's read off your teams while I see if I can pull this up and see if it works here. Boggs, why don't we start with you?
All right. Give me 1 second because I just scrolled. And it lost my thing here. So, yeah, Bubba, why don't you fire?
Okay, Bubba, why don't you do it?
I got Kyle Tucker, Jackson Churio, Jackson Merrill to start things off. Dylan Cease, Shota Monaga, Josh Hader, William Contreras, Luis Garcia Jr., Jake Berger, Spencer Schwellenbach, Jason Dominguez, Dansby Swanson, Jordan Romano, Jeremy Pena, Jack Flaherty, Reese Hoskins, Elliot Ramos, Luis Ringifo, Carlos Estevez, Jesus Luzardo, Garrett Mitchell, and that Spencer Arrighetti spaghetti with the meatball.
What do you give a quick synopsis of like your favorite thing in the draft and your least favorite thing you did with your team?
Least favorite thing is taking William Contreras early, which pains me because I love William Contreras, but is not necessary in this format. There's like, for instance, catcher still available, Tyler Stevenson. I would draft every day of the week. So yeah, that stings a bit. Other than that, maybe not take Merrill. I just like Merrill so much. He never falls that far. I'm not used to that. Again, maybe that's the Fantrax way. I would have attacked corner infield like first base and whatnot earlier.
Bogman, let's hear your team.
All right. So on my team, I have Logan O'Hoppe as my catcher, then Tristan Casas, Xander Bogaerts at second, Eugenio Suarez at third, Abrams at short, Bellinger at CI, MI is Jonathan India, outfield is Burleson Duran, Ian Happ, Cedric Mullins, Tyler O'Neill, and util is Shohei Ohtani. Starting pitchers are Cole, Kikuchi, Webb, Wheeler. Then I also have Houck and Lugo. Closers, for me, not great. Helsley, Joyce, and Kirby Yates. Okay.
Boggs, how are you happy with this team? Like, I feel like your offense is kind of lacking some, but then you do have like Ohtani that's like staring you in the face. Like, if you look at it as like the core of like Ohtani, Duran, Casas, I really like that. I'm not big on Abrams. I'm not as big, I guess, on Eugenio. I love the Tyler O'Neill. Like, are you happy? Like, what do you like more, your pitching or your hitting?
I like my hitting a decent amount. I think the pitching is good because I started, with Wheeler. I took Cole in the second round. Like, I think I stayed consistent with it, so it's good. I'm not gonna knock it, but I like the hitting here. I think I have a lot of guys that do a lot of stuff, so I think at the end of the day, I'm gonna be pretty good. So we'll see what what it grades me here. Probably not the best, but I think this is pretty solid. I think average might drag me down a little bit.
You actually do have a lot.
I was trying to add a rise, but obviously I think Jot took him when I had just queued him up. So
yeah, interesting. You do have like a lot of guys that like do a lot of stuff. There is a lot of that. My team, and then I do have the grades up and I have it ready for everybody. My team ended up with, I had Wilson Contreras at catcher. My infield with Josh Naylor, Nico Horner, Corey Seager, Alex Bregman. My corner middle was Muncy and Bichette. My outfield was Michael Harris, Luis Robert, Quan, Adolis, Sedadane, Rafaela, with Jock Peterson at util. My starters were Tariq Skubal, Paul Skeens, Jacob deGrom, Spencer Strider. It's like a dynasty team. Sandy Alcantara and Zach Eflin. My closers, Devin Williams, Justin Martinez, and Jason Foley. The thing I
mean, Skeens, Skubal, deGrom, Strider. Jesus.
In a 12 team, I walk away looking at this going like, maybe some guys fall apart, but like if it works out or 75% works out, and then, okay, deGrom falls apart. Okay, then I have to become a streaming spot. I still have Strider, Skubal, and it's actually not that bad.
You just can't have Sandy, deGrom, and Strider all have issues.
No.
Yeah, it's a lot of risk, but a lot of reward potentially too.
There's so much reward. For it to take the pitching aside, like the pocket aces thing, it's fine. Like I love the pitching. I will take those risks all day, every day. But the hitting has got to match up where it's like, all right, we're okay. I think I did a decent job of it. I don't think I hit it out of the park. Like if Bichette bounces back, if Muncy hits 240 and Robert bounces back, we're talking about a different team, but I took a lot of those risks. I need Adolis, I need Robert, I need Bichette, I need all of those guys to bounce back. I need Seager to stay healthy. I need Robert to stay healthy. I need Adolis to stay healthy. So I took on some pretty big hitting risk here. But I guess my favorite of this is just the starting pitching. I guess that's hard to deny. My least favorite part of it is I don't like hate any. Maybe like the back end of my hitters. You know what I mean? Like having like Bregman.
Like the company is what I hate the most.
Yeah, the company. Exactly.
Bubba right, was here.
Well, let's check this out then, because I'm going to share this. Did any of you guys, either one of you, like love or hate my team a whole bunch?
I thought it was a very interesting build for sure. I think it's gonna again. I think in Fangraphs, I think pitching or Fantrax, I think pitching gets pushed up. I think you're going to grade pretty well.
Bubba, did you hate the pocket aces strategy with what I constructed?
No, I like the pocket aces strategy. You just took a lot more risk than I do. I'm a very risk averse drafter.
Yeah, I kind of didn't want to take as much risk, but like, okay, so if you could have undone one of the risk pieces, we have deGrom, we have Strider, we have Robert, Adolis Garcia. Those are probably the biggest risk. Which one would you have undone? deGrom, I think I took in the 4-5 turn. Adolis was super late. Strider was like at the 10th round or something. It was outside the 150s. Like, who would you want to undo? deGrom and do something else? Would you want to undo Strider? Robert, I think I took in like the 6th or 7th round or something like that.
I probably would have only taken one of Strider or deGrom. Taking both would have been too much for me, but that's a me thing. Maybe there's IL spots in the league. There's lots of questions. There's replacement values in 12s. Like you can make it work. Strider's not expected back for at least a month. So there's questions there. So that's the only thing. I'm a very risk averse drafter.
Yeah. And I will tell you, like, I'm not drafting Strider. Like I'm just not drafting Strider in a lot of spots. I did it here in the mock. I would have taken deGrom at that value, but I just don't think I would have taken Strider, and I just don't think I would do pocket aces. I would have taken Skeens and Tatis in that 12 if I were doing.
Yeah, Tatis fell. It was like a perfect setup for that too. Yeah,
that's what I would have done. So then it would have been like Skeens, and then my second pitcher would have been deGrom, and then I would have not taken Strider, and I would have taken somebody else or another position, and then maybe Alcantara as my third or fourth. I think I would have liked that a little bit better. Here are the insights from Fantasy Pros. Coming in at 12 was Barrow. Coming in at 11 was Chad. 10 was whoever All In WS is. Bubba, you were number 9. The insight said...
That means I'm winning, baby.
Look at this top one. You drafted one player ranked in the top 3 of their position, William Contreras. They love it. Of course they love it. They said you're going to be cheering on the Brewers because you had 4 Brewers in there. Your steals, William Contreras. Jack Flaherty was a big steal. They said you reached on Luis Garcia, Jason Dominguez, Dansby Swanson. You were projected in the top 4 of homers and stolen bases. And my former cohort, Scott White of CBS, loved your draft more than anybody. In fact, over on the Fantasy Pros Insights. I'm not sure how many experts we have on it right now, but we've got enough to fill the boards here. Scott White loved you the most. Dude, CBS loved you. Chris Towers loved you number 2. Kelly Kirby 3. Dalton Del Don and Scott Pianowski.
Some good company right there. I like
Yahoo
that.
and CBS loved it. Who hated you? Connor from Fantasy Six Packs thinks you're garbage. Pizza Pia hated you.
Even better.
Who is that?
Andy Behrens, Tim Kanak, and Blake Meyer. So some Fantasy Pros people hate you. A little bit of Yahoo hates you in there. Bubba, what do you think on the insights? What do you want to say to Joe for being a hater? He hated Josh Hader, Luis Garcia, and Jake Berger.
I'm just gonna
Bubba
say,
and I like burgers, Joe. All right.
Yeah.
We're not going to apologize.
Joe just needs to understand I went Italian with my last pick, so he needs to reevaluate his stance on things.
Right.
They gave you a C. Do you think a 74 out of 100? I think the grades are still a little bit wonky in there. What do you think about it? I think
it also goes into the fact that the Fantrax rankings we talked about, it's so different that some players, are they really that big of a reach? Questions like somewhere I get it, but like in reality of what we're maybe the three of us think a player should go.
Yeah.
Are they really a reach type question? I think that'll iron out as the draft season goes along with this setup.
Yeah, well, and the reaches they'll talk about are based on experts, but there's still not enough people. I think there's still needs a few more. Bubba, we need to get you on there. You rank with pros?
I never have.
You want to?
Sure.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you're just saying that Bubba doesn't want to rank, but
no,
if you want to, I want to get you on there.
I'll do it
on tomorrow.
Your name
added to my stack. Talk to my people. Get it
so call your agent. Call your people.
Call Bloomfield. He'll set it up.
Bubba's like our best for always there. Gets with Bloomfield. Now he's like, call my agent. We'll talk to my people and stuff like that. He's a big deal.
Not true. You're the one that left me on leading off with Joe Arica, which was great, but you left me.
I did.
Because you had to go do other stuff, so don't start this.
You could also look at it a different way. I entrusted you more than anybody to be able to replace me. There's no person I wanted more than KC Bubba. So
are we at a rally right now? What is happening?
Why is the words phrasing?
I'm just good with political. Yeah, very careful with those words, Box. Luke came in at 8. MJ came in at 7. Brooklyn at 6. Jod at 5. Mike at 4. The Welsh at 3. I came in 3 with a B plus. It looks like. Are they grading that a B plus? We already talked about my team. I was pitchers number 1, but I was hitters 11, which is kind of weird. It said 2 players in the top 3 at their position. Tariq Skubal and Paul Skeens was the insight. It said, look at this. Had I drafted Fernando Tatis at 112 and another pitcher later, I'd have scored significantly higher. I've got the Texas stack with Seager, Adolis, and Peterson. My steals, Adolis Garcia, I got 2 rounds later. Nico Horner, 3 rounds, and Wilson Contreras, 4 rounds. I will point out, I do think a lot of early rankers get a little NFBC mixed and catchers get ranked higher. So I'm not sure that is a deal, but still reaches. It hated Jason Foley and Justin Martinez, but what the hell do you guys know? They're going to be closers and I needed them. Top 4 in average. And I was ranked the best in ERA and whip. No shocker. Brad Camara from Roto Baller liked me the most. I liked me the second most. DeGrom, Alcantara, and Strider. That's surprising about Strider. Dalton Del Don really liked it. Connor Thomer from Fantasy Six Pack, and Kelly Kirby. Andy Barron, Sex Machine, or Sex Drive, hated me the most. Joe Pizzapia, of course, the biggest effing hater here.
Are we going to make this a sweep? Is Joe going to hate my team too?
3 of the 5 that hated you hated me too.
Yeah. Pierre Camus always hates anything I ever do. Tim Kanak, how can Tim? And Scott Pianowski. I've been like a co-host with 3 of these people for
Pianowski just doesn't like you because there's no players there. He just
he actually didn't even pick any players. He's just like, Welsh. I did a show with him this entire year on football. Pianowski's great. We're gonna get him on ITL here, but he absolutely hated it. Yeah, Pianowski is like the best. Yeah. I have a great time with him. But I finished 3, so Pocket Aces did not get me the top spot, but it gave Bogman 1 spot higher. Boggs, you thought you were going to struggle. You got a 95. That's an A grade. Ooh. The second best pitchers after me, Boggs.
I'm not even in there yet for rankings, so it's not like I can like my own team. No. I'm not TO over here.
You were given the 5th best hitters, 2nd best pitchers, one of the worst benches. Loved Ohtani and Zach Wheeler. Said if you had drafted Royce Lewis at 8-12 instead of an outfielder, you'd have scored better. Your steals, Logan Webb by 4 rounds, Xander Bogaerts by 3, and Kirby Yates by 2. That one probably going to update. They said you reached on Suarez and Joyce, but it said you finished or we're going to project in the top 4 of runs, homer, stolen base, and ERA, and number 1 in wins in strikeouts. So by the way, the 2 categories that you weren't in the top, I was the top. So you did such a good job there. You also balanced out your hitters better than I did. Kelly Kirby from Fantasy
Kelly
Pros,
Kirby, my best friend. Yes, thank you. And
loved
then
you,
Welsh,
loved you
like,
more than anybody.
Welsh, you like one of my picks, so I'll take it. And Joe likes me. Pierre Camus likes this. This is not a good build for me then. If Pierre likes me and Joe likes me, I don't know, man. Pierre never likes my stuff.
It's not super great. Blake Meyer liked you the second most, like Cole, India, Kirby Yates. Tim Kanak hated it. Wheeler, Duran, and Cole.
That's a three-peat right there, folks.
Yeah, Dalton Del Don hated kind of the same guys. Pianowski, again, didn't list a player, just hates Bogman. Yeah. Brad Kamara didn't like you, and Chris Towers, not a fan of the closers.
I've been listening to Towers recently. Come on, buddy.
There you go. You didn't win first place, but you did beat us. The number 1 team was Allen's team, scoring a 98 out of 100. Let's just do a quick little look here.
Let me read it off for you here.
There you
Allen's team, since we have it, I'm pulling it up right now. Austin Wells starting at catcher, Freddie Freeman at first, Ozzie Albies at second, Alec Boehm, Bobby Witt, Yandy Diaz, Xavier Edwards, Randy Arozarena, Lourdes Gurriel, Teoscar, Brandon Nimmo, Brian Reynolds, and Marcelo Zuna. So a lot of guys that do a lot of things there. Stolen bases a little bit weak, but Bobby Witt helps that out a ton. Pitching staff, Zach Gallen, Sonny Gray, Bryce Miller, Chris Sale, Bowden Francis, Carlos Rodon, and then relievers of Jason Adam, Mason Miller, and Michael Kopech.
Bubba, any thoughts on that team in general? The one that ranked out number 1. It's a killer freaking infield. It's actually a really solid. The bats are just crazy good. And he paired it with, it's like Sale, Gallen, Harper, and he kind of punted closers a little bit, and that gave him a benefit because he only took Mason Miller, speculated on Adam, and he got bonus points for Kopech because Kopech ain't doing anything. So he is a little bit of a cheat on what the relievers ended up doing. I think that's like a middle tier pitching, closers, but I really do think the hitting is like really great. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, the hitting's ridiculous. Like Austin Wells is one of my favorite ones to wait on in drafts. So that's proof that on a 1-team league you can do that. But the middle infield is outstanding. Freddie Freeman, kind of what my point with my team, get first base, third base, corner infield. Attack some part of that earlier. Freeman's a big part of that conversation. The relief pitching is his biggest thing. And even the starters, they're really good. There's like no legitimate ace. Sale is, but I'm worried about Sale this year, honestly. But yeah, it's
why are you worried about him?
I'm just more worried about it getting at his age, that big jump in workload last year. Like, do we see? Like, I think he's going to be very, very good. Is he going to be a Cy Young again? Good, probably not. And is where he's going, there's other pitchers around him I like better.
I got my boy Dennis is going to be with him this weekend, and I'm going to have new sales stuff. I'm going to be doing a sale giveaway or 2. I have one going on Prospect One, by the way. If people don't know, go to our youtube.com/inthisleague. There's a video that you guys can comment on and win a Chris Sale thing. I'm going to make Dennis get a quote and be like, what do you think about Casey Bubba saying you're not going to have a Cy Young season? I'm going to get that from Sale.
Make sure you autographed it for me too.
You want an autograph?
Yeah.
What do you want? You want him do like a card of you just saying,
how about one cut up jersey?
Yeah,
Chris Sale, not Cy Young season.
I want a pair of scissors with his name on it, and I want to send
that would be, you know, what would have been tops. Fanatics miss an opportunity is they should have him cut up a jersey and then sign it, and you do those game worn jersey. No, game cut. You just call game cut
be amazing.
jersey. That'd be an amazing thing. I actually love Chris Sale, but I see it.